What's up, dudes? I hope you're all having a majestic Monday. In the last video, I covered my 5 favorite bike trick events, and in today's video, I wanted to cover my 5 favorite snow trick events because there's a lot of good ones, man. So let's jump into it. So like I said, there are a ton of awesome snow trick events in the game, and it's really my favorite thing to do in the game other than the BMX now. The mountain biking aspect of it was always fun for me, but the snowboarding was really the selling point because I've always loved doing, snowboarding games like this. And sure, there's a better game out there called Shredders. It's more of a simulation type, and this game is more arcadey and unrealistic. It's still a ton of fun, man. So let's jump into the list without further ado, starting now. Alright, so for number 5, we're going to go with the Red Bull Park Sessions. And the reason why this is one of my favorite events is not only is it fun, but you can only unlock this event by reaching a certain level in the Red Bull sponsor contract. So it's kind of like a secret event. Only the elite of the elite can unlock it. And yeah, man, it's an amazing event because it happens during the sunset, man. You're just soaking in that sunset, vitamin D. Nothing better than feeling the Lord's D just gently touching your face while hitting up this beautiful slope style arrangement going downhill. It's kind of like a good section of railing, man. You can hit up all kinds of rails in the middle, to the right, to the left, however you like it, man. You know what I mean. But anyways, yeah, this is one of my favorite events because of the beautiful setting. Like I mentioned, the sunset, you can't beat it. It's right here in this little valley, and it's a dope ass slope style, section there, and then it goes into the big booters down at the bottom. And yeah, there's nothing really much like it, man. I love this event. The exclusivity of it as well, you can only unlock it if you're like an elite Red Bull athlete. Come on, man. And it is like a 2-part event. So you have the slope style, and then you got this half pipe section. So that's why it's going to be my number 5 favorite event, man. Just for those reasons that I mentioned before. Moving on to number 4, we got the Red Bull Play Streets. This is basically a Red Bull game because all the best events are Red Bull events. But no, this is one of my favorite events because it's located in the city of Mammoth. And the course itself is just so gorgeous, man. Like the layout going through the city of Mammoth, man. And they have something very similar to this in real life. I forgot the name of the event, not really I'm not a real one, I'll be real with you. But there is kind of like a similar event in real life that Red Bull puts on. But this has always been one of my favorite events, man. Ever since the beginning of the game, whenever it launched, I've always loved running this event. Just the course, going through the damn town, you get to look at people in the damn windows. And the course itself, again, like I mentioned, is just super fun, super smooth, you just look at that, dude. Just onto that ledge right there, no problem. But yeah, I'm just gonna let you guys watch my run, man, because look at that. Look at the sun just setting so perfectly. Again, we're soaking up some more vitamin D from the Lord. Can never get too much of it. And then you have like this little wooden section right here where you can choose to jump on those things. Normally, before I would just ride through there. Do a nice little quirk off of that, man. That's insane. But this will always be one of my favorite events just because of the course itself and because of the, the aesthetic around it, going through the city, everyone watching. They got people on the rooftops watching. Like, this is just a vibe, man. This is what Red Bull is all about. Red Bull snowboarding. So yeah, this will always be one of my favorite events in the game no matter what. Onward to number 3, we got the Ridge Ultimate Grind On. Now this is locked behind the paywall of the Ridge Ultimate, but this event was one of my favorite events that came out with this whole pack bullshit malarkey because it's actually a dope event, man, and I could run it over and over again. Whatever you want to hit it with, the snowboard or the skis, you're gonna have a good time regardless. It's also located in Mammoth. It's you're blasting down the hills of the Mammoths, and you're just rubbing up your 2 twigs up against Mother Nature's frosted humps, man. You're really feeling it. Like, you're creating that friction with Mother Nature that can't be created anywhere else, man. You know what I mean? And it's very majestic, honestly. But yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite events. Just so many rail sections, so many awesome jumps. The way that they laid it out too, it's just super dope, man. This was definitely one of my favorite events that came out when this Ridge thing dropped. You know what I mean? I thought it was kind of a rip-off, $20 for these events. But then you look at this rail section down here at the bottom, and how are you not going to have fun just hitting up these rails with some skis or snowboard? You know what I mean? So it's a good time, definitely, especially once you get down to this little section here. Look at this, man. This is insane. What am I doing? This is insanity. But yeah, this is definitely my 3rd favorite event because I could run it over and over again and still have a blast on it. Now, my 2nd favorite event in the whole damn game when it comes to the snow trick events is the Red Bull Line Catcher. Old Faithful. This event is always there when you need to complete a weekly challenge or something, and it's just one of the most lit, as the kids would say, events in the game, man. You start off with this massive jump, behemoth of a jump, Goliath of a jump. It's gonna make you, bam, break your knees whenever you land. So then you're basically running down this massive mountain. You know, you're blasting down the teat of Grand Teton with 2 broken knees, man, and you're just still throwing fucking insane rodeos, insane tricks, insane grabs. This is a good time, man. And I really do love this event because you're always like, you know, you're getting massive air, dude. You're blasting down this massive mountain, and there's so many awesome jumps going down this section. It's just always been a favorite of mine, and it'll always remain as my second favorite event, basically. And I could always run it over and over again and never get tired. Look at that, the wingsuit guys. But it is high risk and death as a reward. Now, my first favorite event in the whole game when it comes to snow tricks is the X Games event. Go figure, not really a surprise, honestly. This has always been one of my favorite events. I could run this over and over and over again so many times. Of course, it's going to get boring eventually, but just this slope style section where you're hitting up these rails going down. I've always loved watching the X Games slope style for skis and snowboards. It's always been one of my favorite events to watch. So I get really inspired by those guys, and then you're just, man, look at this. You're just flowing down this mountain. Sick ass rail section set up, man, and it's a good chance to throw a bunch of crazy combos, man, honestly. And look at this. How could you not get sick of this? Damn, I'm impressing myself. Holy shit. And then you come down here, and then you got the giant big Berthas, man. And you know you want to throw a damn double rodeo all over giant Bertha, you know what I mean? But yeah, this event will always be one of my favorites in the game in general, but it's definitely my favorite snow trick event, something that I can run over and over again. I can spend a lot of time here in free roam as well. And yeah, man, of course it has the big air as well, and also the half pipe towards the end. So this event is always going to be goated just for that. You know, it's a 3-part event. Very realistic because they do have all these in real life. You know, they got the big air, they got the half pipe, and then they got the slope style. So this is such an awesome event. I wish they would add more X Games, you know, sections in here, but we'll take what we can get. But yeah, this will always be my #1 favorite snow trick event, man. Well, there you have it. That is my 5 favorite snow trick events in the game. Pretty generic list, honestly, because it's all basically the Red Bull and it's like the big events. But you know, those are the events that I have the most fun with, man. So let me know which events are your favorite down in the comments. Let me know which ones you agree with me on, and let me know if you have any different ones, or just, you know, tell me what your favorites are, man. But yeah, like I said before, the snowboarding is just, you know, such a massive part to this game, something that I always love to do. Even though I play the BMX and the mountain biking the most, I can always jump on the snowboard or the skis and just have an amazing time, honestly, man. So yeah, like I said, let me know what your favorite events are. Please drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new, because I always cover everything in the repub, you know that. And I'll definitely smell you boys in the next one, man. Peace. Shit.